Alright, we're going to go ahead and cover some of the basics on binary math. More to the point, binary addition. To understand binary addition, we have to commit a couple things to truth, and that is how the arrangements of the ones and the zeros the value that it will actually render. So the first thing we want to do is understand that a 0 plus a 0 will equal 0. 0 plus 1 equals 1. 1 plus 0 equals 1. And now a little more of the tricky part is what happens when we get a 1 plus 1. So what actually is going to happen here? Now we know that we can only represent our numbers with ones and zeros. So when we add two of these, we can actually get a 2. Alright. What happens is when you get 1 plus 1, it's going to assign a 0 in that column, but then we're going to carry over to the next value higher. We're actually going to carry a 1. So we say that 1 plus 1 equals 0 with a carry. And we're going to better illustrate that in just a minute here. Of course, we want to give ourselves a good reference. So when we're looking at sort of the base 2 layout as far as the power structure, this is how it's assumed. So to illustrate real quick the idea of the 1 plus 1, if that were to happen, if we were adding numbers up and we had, say, 2 4s, we had a 1 and a 1 in the 4s column, that effectively would be like saying 4 plus 4 equals what? Well, we know that 4 plus 4 equals 8, so we assign a 0 in the 4s column and we bring the 8 over to the next higher spot. So we'll assign a 1 over here. The same thing were to happen in any one of these scenarios. If we had, say, 2 1s hanging out in this column, it's like saying 2 plus 2 equals what? And we know that to be 4, so we would shift the 1 over and assign a 0 here. So let's run a couple of basic examples. And we'll be able to better illustrate what we have here. So in example 1, give ourselves 1 0 1 0 plus 0 1 0 1. 0 plus 1 gives us 1. 1 plus 0 equals 1. 0 plus 1 equals 1, and 1 plus 0 equals 1. Alright, so we pretty much held to that. We can go ahead and cross-check real briefly. So we're going to say that 8 plus 2 equals 10. And we're going to say that 4 plus 1 equals 5. So each of these should equal 15. So 8 plus 4 is 12, plus 2 is 14, plus 1, in fact, does equal 15, so our math checks out. Let's do another quick example. 1 0 0. And this is 0 0 1 1. 0 plus 1, bring the 1 down. 0 plus 1, bring the 1 down. 1 plus 0 will bring 1. Now 0 plus 0 is 0. Check our math real quick. And it looks like we have 4 plus 3. That should give us 7, so let's double check that. So we have 4 plus 2 is 6 plus 1 equals 7. Alright, now up to this point we have not had to worry about dealing with the carry. So let's go ahead and work one of those in real quick. So we go back to the 1 plus 0. It's going to equal 1. Now 1 plus 1, we have to deal with the carry. Because if we're sitting in this column right here, it's like saying 2 plus 2 equals 4. And we know 4 resides in this column, so we need to shift that value over. So 2 plus 2 Nothing in the 2's column. We'll bring 1 over here to represent 4, and we'll bring that down, and then we'll do 1 plus 0 equals 1. We'll do cross check real quick with our math. We'll go 8 plus 2 is 10, plus 1 equals 11, and then plus 2, so we should have 13. 8 plus 4, that's going to be 12, plus 1 equals 13. Alright, I'm going to do one more. And the idea here is going to be that we're actually going to get into a scenario where it's a domino effect with that carry value, and you'll see it sort of carry out. Alright, 1 plus 0 we know is 1. 1 plus 1, we're going to drop a 0 here and carry 1 over. Now what's happened here is we've now shifted another 1 over here, so instead of it reading 0 plus 1, it's now 1 plus 1. So we have to get right back into that same scenario. We're going to assign a 0 here and bring the carry over. It's now 1 plus 1 again, assign a 0 and bring that 1 over. Alright, so we'll cross check our math. We have 8 plus 2 plus 1, so we should have 11. And then we have 4 plus 2 equals 6. We should be looking at 17. If we look over here, we actually occupy the 5th spot, so we have 16 plus 1 equals 17. So that's the basic way to do binary math, utilizing that carry, and that's it.